Time to catch up with One Nation leader, Senator Pauline Hanson. Pauline, good morning.
Good morning, Stephen.
Now, you were at CPAC on the weekend where Tony Abbott urged Conservatives to give the Liberals one last chance. He apologised for the party's 2025 election loss. Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price did the same. And Abbott said we need to be a better opposition this time than last time and a better government next time than last time. You probably disagree with him about giving the Liberals another chance.
Look, I think they've had enough chances, and if you look at what they've done over even the decade that they were in government there, I just don't feel that they understand the heart of Australia and what's actually happening. They had high immigration for a long time. They had it at 260,000 because I kept pushing them. They reduced it to 190, so they said, but the visas were banked up long way. Look, even the climate change net zero, they got it wrong there as well. Yeah. And that was started by Howard years ago, that he started that and was continued on. I just don't see, what have they done for industries, manufacturing and jobs? They are leaking. I tell you what, at that convention that I attended, a lot of people are so fed up with the Liberal Party. They told me they've been in it for years. They've got their membership. They're tearing it up. We've had such an influx of people joining One Nation because they can see a future. I've always had a vision for the country, and a lot of things that I've said in the past, Stephen, has actually happened. I was the only one that was standing out there saying about immigration, multiculturalism in 1996. Everything that I've said, the voice, I was the first one to come out about the voice. I've always complained about we've lost our industries, manufacturing, that diversity of jobs that we have, the woke system. How many times? 6 times in the floor of Parliament I've tried to put up about this gender diversity, hormone treatment, everything that's happening. Nothing happened. They all get out of the bloody chamber, or they won't be seen to be supporting parents to have just a discussion about it. No, I've got no time for them. I think they're useless. They're past the use-by date, and it's all this wishy-washy. I've heard some members of Parliament there get up on that stage and say something to a captured crowd that they have never, ever said outside that room or on the floor of Parliament. I'm disgusted with them.
Yeah, it's look, and a lot of people would agree with you there. The Prime Minister is out there embarrassing us on the world stage again. His speech at the UN this morning, our time, likening Palestinian statehood to the Jewish homeland in 1948. I mean, you wonder who's writing these speeches for him.
That's absolutely ridiculous. And I heard him say that. I said, just after the war, when there was so much turmoil, what happened with the Holocaust, what happened to Jews throughout the world, and yes, they need that statehood there. And what he says is, we've given you statehood in Palestine, but now Hamas, we're telling you, you've got to hand over your weapons, and we've got to set it up in Palestinian government. Hamas, have they ever discussed with Hamas? Listen to their speeches on these interviews that they say, we will never give up until Israel is dead. Every Israeli is dead. So, okay, I'll ask Mr Albanese now, if they don't comply with you, hand over the weapons, what are you going to do about it now? How are you going to follow through, you and these other countries, that they must comply with it? It's a joke. Absolutely. They're a joke.
That's the best way to put it. Pauline, great to talk to you. We'll catch up next week.
All right. Thanks, Stephen.
Senator Pauline Hanson will be back with us next Tuesday.